G'day guys and gals. So if you snuck in a look at my previous video, I was using a full 4-star team. So I've actually redone the SV-9 map. If you've gotten to this point, obviously you know about the nervous impairment debuff. This is the map. It has a nasty boss. The nasty boss isn't actually all that bad. It's all the stuff that comes with it that's pretty bad. But once you work through everything, the boss is very, very straightforward, so I'll show you how to get through that. So the team I've gone in with, actually I'll start this proper, seeing as how farming stuff. Fang and Vanilla for Vanguard, so 2 regular standalone Vanguards. You don't want a single block, you do want proper 2-block Vanguards. Hibiscus and Ansel as normal healers. Perfumer, we need 1 AoE healer. We need 1 defender, it doesn't really matter who. Any defender will do. So Beagle, Cardigan, whoever you really want, it doesn't matter. I'll probably bring Cardigan because she has higher damage for what little damage it's worth. Now the enemies don't actually do a whole lot of damage, so I'm not sure if you actually need a defender as such. If you had a fairly good guard, you could probably get away with using a guard instead. Spot, we will be using Spot for his skill, and you will see why a little bit later. It's to stall a drone. We have Melantha as a guard, by guard I should say, an AoE guard. So, actually, I will swap that out. I'll confuse everybody and bring Popka. I won't even bring a tank. So anyway, Spot for his skill, Melantha, so a regular guard, so just someone to do damage. Pinecone or a shotgun sniper is sort of kind of essential because the boss will spawn little tentacle things, right? They tend to spawn them around your operators. And where we're going to have a couple of operators, obviously the tentacles are going to spawn either side of them. Your operators, because they don't move for an exit, your operators won't target them unless they are in range. So, the issue there is that if nobody's attacking them, they're going to sit there and they're just going to keep causing problems. Pinecone alleviates that with how she attacks, so we're going to be using Pinecone with skill 1. Catapult and Cruise, we need an AoE healer, so I've brought Perfumer because there's no 3-star AoE healers, and Norcorn is just a soaker. You can obviously bring a support unit if you want. I haven't even looked at the medals for this event, so there's probably one for bringing support units. So, we're going to start off with our Vanguards. Our Vanguards are going to be here facing inwards. So they can attack inside each other's range because our defender, or who is now Popka, is going to be sitting right here in the middle. Now if you've got someone like Blaze and you're using Blaze skill 2, Blaze skill 2 will actually be able to hit the boss once the skill triggers, so that's a plus for any of you guys who have Blaze. So, our medics are going to go in, just here and here, activate this, and then we're going to save up and we're going to throw in Pinecone, because we need Pinecone. There we go, so Pinecone here facing up, and Pinecone will be the one attacking the boss for the bulk of the time, but anything in that area, so there we go right there. There's the bud of one of those tentacles I was talking about. So ideally, Pinecone will be attacking that bud. So now I'm going to start throwing in my snipers, so I'm going to throw in Cruise first, here, facing across. I will be throwing in Perfumer, so Cruise stays topped up. So here come 3 dogs, so what I'm going to do, I think there's 3 there anyway. We're going to use Pinecone skill to get rid of them. Fang's got that blocked, so I don't care too much about that anymore. Here come our first batch of flyers, so now we're going to throw in Catapult. Mainly because I have the deployment points for throwing in Catapult now. So essentially, those rocks that fell from the top, if one of your characters is down when those rocks fall, it's game over for that character. Which does make it a bit of an issue for people like Hibiscus, who's over here, who is slowly... because that debuff does not actually go away. So poor Hibiscus over here is actually stuck with that and will eventually go down, and whether or not it is dumb luck that she survives or not, I don't know. We'll soon find out. So Popka in next. Popka here facing up. I'll use Pinecone skill to weaken this flower. There it goes. So the first wave of flyers is not a big issue. It's just this little group here. It's every wave after the first that's going to cause issues. So, use my healer's skill. Use Vanilla's skill just to get that flower down. Now, our vanguards at this point in the game can go down. We're not too fast. I'll leave them in as long as I can, but if they go down, they go down. Not concerned. Once again, the flyers are in Pinecone's range, and so is the flower. I'm just going to use Pinecone skill to get rid of both. I'll let that go. So try to try to hold on to Pinecone skills, because having at least one is helpful. So here comes the next lot of flyers I think I saw. Maybe I was seeing things. Anyway, next lot of alligator dog thingies. So one will get hit by Fang. I just lost Hibiscus, so I'm not too fussed about that. That is what it is. Just means that poor old Ansel's going to have to pick up the slack. One of the dogs... oh no, that was a flower. So I'll use Ansel's skill. Here come the next batch of flyers. So I'm going to use Perfumer's skill, and I'm going to pop in Norcorn. And what that'll do is basically most of them should attack Norcorn. So once again, Fang's got 2 enemies. I'll just start bursting them down with... there we go. Pinecone skill. So here's the last drone. I'll use Catapult skill, because Catapult skill, while she will focus on the boss, the splash will hit the flyers. So that's super important to know. So I'm going to pull Norcorn out because he's going to go down. I need to use Pinecone skill. I need to put Spot there. I need to take Fang out. It's a lot of juggling here, so I don't believe that Cruz is going to make it through this. So I'm going to have to put Melantha down here, which is fine because Melantha is just about ready to come through anyway. I want to make sure that this enemy is through first before I do that though. So right about now is when I'll use that skill. Hibiscus is ready to come back in. Pinecone skills are good to go. Burn those alligator doggo things down. So mainly, if Melantha goes down here, it's not a problem. I don't care. I would prefer it if she didn't, but if she does... oh, actually, no, that's... never mind. I thought I could save her, but I can't. So this is it. What you see on the field now is it. So these flyers here are all that's left. So we're going to wait once again for them to get to Pinecone. If they do, I think Catapult's actually going to kill them. So one of them's just flown into Pinecone's area of attack, so we'll just hit it. Now I'll wait to make sure that the next one goes down. There it goes. And now we're good. So now we just use everybody's skills. I no longer need Popka there. I'm going to leave both my healers in though. Vanilla's here, so I'll pop down Vanilla just over here. just to get some more damage. Pinecone skills, cycle them through, because this is it. 42 or 44, that's it. That's game over. One's the boss, and one is this drone. So it's all downhill from here. So once Spot starts hitting this drone, what we're going to do is we're just going to use his skill so he stops, because I want to make sure that that drone stays alive as long as possible. Pinecone skill to get rid of those two tentacle things. Just keep cycling healer skills, because why the hell not? So, boss, I think poor old Vanilla's going to stay stunned the rest of the day. So, Melantha hasn't actually had a healer the whole time she's been there. She's been getting healed by this emergency aid build. Just as a point of reference as to how little the boss does on its own accord. So Spot's done here. I'll take Spot out and I'll pop down in Norcorn because he does a little bit less damage. The boss is down and this drone is all that's left, so maybe I shouldn't have swapped in Norcorn, but that's alright. And that's it. Nice and simple, low cost. You do need a couple of 4 stars, unfortunately. You do need Pinecone and you do obviously need AoE healer. You could probably get away with another heal, like another single target healer. You really don't need another AoE healer. It's just, that's who I went with. It also helps because the AoE healer, where I have the AoE healer positioned, they will heal Hibiscus, so it means that hopefully she's throwing less at herself and more on who actually needs healing. So, food for thought there. So I hope that helps, guys. If it does, like, subscribe. Any questions, leave a comment. I'll do my best to get around to it.